This time last year, many people were getting ready for spring break, enjoying the warmer weather, and having family get-togethers, celebrations, birthdays, graduations, and weddings. However, since the COVID-19 pandemic has hit worldwide, people have been forced into quarantine and self-isolation for several weeks now. In the US alone, there are over 500,000 cases and over 20,000 deaths so far. While many businesses are shutting down or making their employees work from home, we as a community still rely on essential workers, grocery stores, and certain food businesses to remain open. However, the long hours and overtime essential workers put in, as well as the high risk of contracting the illness from customers coming in daily, takes a toll.
I am currently working at a garden center in Meyer, which Myers is keeping it open since that's considered essential. Makes me more tired. Just been sleeping for like 18 hours a day. Not doing schoolwork.
With essential workers on the front line, their jobs to help prevent catching the coronavirus is critical, and we rely on them in order to keep the shelves stocked.
To help combat the coronavirus, Whole Foods is having us clean things, sanitize everything on an almost hourly schedule. They are helping compensate employees who are coming in to continue to work. We're trying to get as much in as we can. In general, we're still trying to serve the community. I am somewhat satisfied. I think they could be doing more in terms of compensating us, but I feel that is more due to their parent company rather than my own current bosses.
I'm very happy because I don't have to come in contact with a lot of people during my shifts, so I can do my own thing and also be outside, which is something that you don't think you miss until you can't go outside. So happy about that.
While essential workers may be enjoying or fearing going outside, there are many middle-class Americans who have been forced to work from home at all hours of the day with no physical interaction with their coworkers.
Sure, we can take care of that.
My name is Patty Banukovich, and I work at Luma Sales, which is an investment firm. And I'm Vice President and Client Administration Manager. I've been with the firm for 24 years. While it started out, it was on a Thursday, and we were, as a firm, discussing staggered work schedules. On Friday, it was decided that the firm globally was going to go, all of us working from home. It's much easier to be lazy. It is much easier. You have many distractions at home, your pets, laundry needs to be done, dishes need to be done, and you really need to focus on your work and not the distractions around you within the home.
While working from home may have its distractions, employees that rely on alternative means to get to work are heavily affected if they still need to leave the home.
Quarantine has had a really big impact on transportation, so getting to and from work is a little stressful now because I can't just hop on the bus and be like, oh, I'm at work.
Even when essential workers are able to make it in, they are still heavily at risk of catching the coronavirus.
I wear these blue gloves. I'm washing my hands a lot more. I'm changing out those gloves almost after every interaction. On top of that, I try to remind people about the 6 feet social distancing. I actually have a little pin on here that helps to remind customers to stay back.
Despite the efforts of hardworking employees to keep the shelves stocked, customers have been consistently buying out and hoarding certain products.
I have seen many items become sold out. Bread, eggs, dry pasta, toilet paper. When people come in looking specifically for those items, and I'm not sure if this is a symptom of Whole Foods is clientele as a whole or in general, but it's been weirdly understanding in a way that it wouldn't have been if this was just a normal out of stock issue. A few people at least have been very kind and understanding that we're only going to have what we have. If it's a popular item, it's probably gone. There are a few customers who of course react in anger and frustration, but I have been fortunate to not have to be on the receiving end of that.
While our individual daily lives are heavily affected by the pandemic, the economic repercussions of the virus have already begun to take effect.
Economically, I'm not going to have any money for a long time. And it's going to suck, but I'm going to have to save a lot of money just to continue where I left off, and I know a lot of other people will be further back in rents and things like that, and they'll have to pretty much save money or live paycheck to paycheck depending on their situation.
Unsure of how long the mass quarantine will last, we know that the economic damage will take some time to repair, and the adjustment to going back to our daily lives may take even longer.
It's nice being in the house, spending extra time with the family that's home. So there's a little bit of positive to it, and it's going to be a bit of a shock when we have to go back to our regular full-time in the office situation.
With the way things are headed, I think it's important for me to make as much money as I can right now, but on top of that, risking my safety does feel a little extreme, but I am going to continue working as long as I am able.
I'm not sure how long it'll take for us to get back to normal, but I do hope that after this pandemic that people see universal health care and their own individual health as something more important, in that we can get free health care in America, because we got people out here dying, and the pandemic has really showcased both how the economy isn't working and how our medical systems are not working.